Got a letter from a guy named Jack. And Jack says, "Hey Mike, I'm typing this out not only in hopes that you have some advice for me, but also in case I come to my own conclusion by the end of it," which is normally the case. It just takes thinking about it. I don't have all the answers. I have a camera and a YouTube channel. I'm not going to say anything you haven't already felt yourself. So you're smart. I'm Jack. I'm 18 and out of high school, but I said nuh-uh to college and I have a great job and a dream to play guitar somewhere someday. Last week, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. What kind of guitar style do you play? Finger pricking? And a good joke. There's no one here to laugh at it, but you can imagine. The week before I was in the hospital, I was at a mental high in terms of happiness and how I felt about my future. I was thinking about getting a new guitar and an amp, as well as stepping up my learning schedule a bit. I recently watched your video about investing in yourself. Perfect timing, really. And then my blood sugar spiked to 400, blah, blah, blah. Common side effect of watching a sweet ass YouTube video. Everyone keeps telling me that insulin shots and finger pricks will become second nature. I know that it doesn't necessarily stop me from doing anything that I want to do, but it makes it really hard for me to think that I could do it with 100% of the effort that I already have a tough time using. I truly wonder, Mike, through all of the sicknesses and hard work that you talk about going through, how do I live up to the things that I see you doing and strive for them when I'm here feeling like a little wiener boy crying and poking myself a couple times a day? Do I just snap out of it and force myself into a tighter work schedule? Or am I going to stress myself out trying even harder than I already have been? By the way, before I went to the hospital, I told my mom that if I get tested and have diabetes, that I'm getting a new guitar. It was a really nice surprise in the end, so I guess I can't complain that much. What a consolation prize. Hey Jack, you have diabetes, but guess what? First of all, I'm sorry. Even though I'm sure you're sick of hearing that by now. 2020 has been a pretty good reminder to all of us that life is going to do whatever the fuck it wants to do regardless of what kind of plans we have. So what are we supposed to do with that? I've always had a really combative relationship with anything or anyone that tells me that I can't do something. And then I usually do it in defiance in the face of that thing, which is a very exhausting way to live. So the shortest possible answer, shortest, quickest version, the reels version of this video is fuck diabetes, dude, play guitar as hard as you can. But that's not easy or comforting, is it? It's like you could say just forget this thing, but in reality we have to live in the same world as our hurdles and our problems. Just because we decide to be strong and push forward doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy Saturday. You can't pretend that your problems don't exist, but your problems can't pretend that you don't exist. So fuck that shit and turn that up to 11. Jack, you're about to find out who you really are and what you really like and what exactly you want to do. And that is exciting and it's scary and it's happening no matter what. So go easy on yourself. There's this blinding honesty that comes to you in a hospital bed when a doctor or a nurse comes in and tells you something that you don't want to hear. And you realize very quickly that it's just you. It's just you there. It's just you in the news. You're like Huey Lewis. Your plans and your trivial, like day-to-day stuff become like a sound from a TV that just happens to be on in another room. It becomes less important than what you're going through at that moment. For somebody who's been through that part of it, I would just say whether it's guitar or whatever it is on that checklist of things that you love, that's yours. And nothing is going to change that. You fit as much of that shit into your life as you can, because that's the name of the whole game. We go through life and there's all these ups and downs and there's a myriad of things that we have no control over. But it's like the point is to rack up as many good times and as good memories as we possibly can in our short time on earth. And the stuff that you love, you're going to use that to fill that quota up. Your energy and your time become really important to you when something threatens your supply of those things. But you're going to need that, and you owe it to yourself to save a little gas in the tank to do what makes you happy. Every human being is walking around with this briefcase filled with shit. And there's always this tug of war going on between all the best stuff in your life and all the worst stuff. We live for the best moments. And a lot of times the worst stuff makes that even better. I'm glad you got your guitar. You are not your illness. You're bigger than that. And I hope that you never stop hoping for the best, because there's always a little bit of best hanging around. Sometimes you just got to find it. All right, man. Thank you for writing this. I hope you're having a good day. Hit me up. Let me know how you are. Not the most appropriate way to end it, but I forgot how to end these. So have a good day.